Hello, 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 and welcome to another thrilling episode of Prog Review. Today, it's a book. It's called Jethro, Tull, Lend Me Your Ears, a fan history by Richard Houghton, or Houghton. How does he like it? He likes it often. Houghton, I imagine. It would be Houghton. I live in Loughton, not Houghton. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, I think it was Mr. Houghton. I don't know who it was. From This Day in Music Books. Hasn't got an ISBN, hasn't got a barcode, so, I mean, it's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Sent me this. I got this for free. That means I've got to say nice things about it, right? I'm not going to... ow. Got me back then. I just banged my knee on the door. I'm not going to be mean. No. What this is a big, meaty tome. It's 384 pages of words and pictures. There are many words and there are many pictures, he says, trying to... Oh, you should have set your camera up. And look, there's pictures and things. Look, there's people. And there's the band and stuff. And so what is this? Well, I guess you'd call this... like an oral history of the band Jethro Tull. These are quite popular now, and again, I could be mean and say they're popular because it's fairly easy to put together. What you do is you say, fans, tell me your memories of whatever subject you're doing, whether it's Jethro Tull or your favourite football team or whatnot. And people, email in their memories, and you just then lay them out. In this case, the beginning part is I think it's done in two sections. Do take. I think it's all done kind of chronologically. Yeah, it's actually all chronologically. I just got a bit zoned out at the end, there's more specific memories. But yeah, it's a chronological. Going up to the 20th of November 2021 and the release of the Zealot Gene in the 28th of January 2022. You see, so it's current, it's right up there. But yeah, it goes in a chronological, that means in order of time, just in case you're a bit stupid like what I am, view of the band. Again, it's taken me a bit of time to get through it, because whilst there are band members and journalists and other musicians in this, there's also a lot of grubby memories from Joe Public, anecdotes, some anecdotes that lead nowhere. There was one anecdote, I was going to read it out to you, but it was a bit long, about this guy who was going to Jethro Tull with his missus. And he said to his missus, hey, wouldn't it be good if they played this song? And I think he emailed Ian Anderson to play this song. And he said, and if they play this song, you should go and flash the band. Yeah, expose her naked breasts to the band. And so they're at this gig. And I'm thinking, oh, this is going to get meaty. This is going to get good. And I was thinking that because it was on one, I was going to turn over for the conclusion. I was hoping there might be a titty shot on the other side. So I'm reading this anecdote, and she chickens out. She doesn't flash the band. And there's this big, long, drawn out, build up to a complete and utter lack of titty flashing. I felt cheated. So yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of anecdotes that don't really pay off. But these are the fans' memories. So yeah, I sound like I'm being mean. But yeah, I'm not really sure, because I wouldn't buy a book like this, even if it was about my favourite band, because I have zero interest in what you grubby, horrible lot think of my favourite band. I have no interest. It's bad enough having you post your filthy comments on my channel. Yeah, I'm more interested in the band's opinions, and maybe like proper journalists, trained journalists, like myself, people who actually know what they're talking about, rather than you ill-educated lot, you plebs. So yeah, I'm not really sure who this is for, because normally when there's an oral history, I mean, I've heard and read of, it's usually like people involved with the project. You get it in TV. There's a lot of that. So like a popular TV show will do a book like this, and it's usually like the actors or the production team that are talking. You get little anecdotes, So I get that, but so this is more broader. So again, I'm not really sure who this is for. Again, it could be it's just a work of deep love by Mr. Houghton for the band. In that case, yeah, he's done a great job of it. Again, there's lots of pictures in there. There's lots of like tour memorabilia and photos of the time and photos of releases, the albums and whatnot. So yeah, it's well put together. It looks good. It smells nice. I like the smell of it. I like it. I like a good sniff. And towards the end of the book, there's a lot more of the like the known like musicians and names that are associated with Jethro Tull and the oeuvre of prog rock. But they didn't approach me. They didn't approach me. They didn't approach me. So yeah, it's an interesting book. It's an interesting book. And I think you'd have to be a die-hard fan to get the most from it. Because again, you might have been, because it's done on like a concert, there's like people memorising, remembering. Oh, this isn't going well. Remembering gigs. You may have been to that gig, and you might look, if you're a super fan, I can imagine there'd be a lot in there. But for little old me, whose appreciation of Jethro Tull is purely, I do it just to keep you lot happy, it's kind of lost on me. So yeah, I think it's one for the super duper fan who's been to a lot of their gigs and who wants to share, oh yeah, I remember that happening, that kind of thing. Like an aid memoir to all you old Tull fans. So yeah, I mean, it was nice of Mr. Houghton, I guess it was him or his PR company, to reach out and send me a copy. And yeah, I mean, again, it is a super fan document with people posing with their with their bits and bobs and tickets and whatnot. Yeah. But I mean, it is good because you do get I like stuff like this where you see old magazine covers. That I like that. That appeals to me because you see the design choices of the time and the photography and whatnot. That appeals to me on an aesthetic level. So that's good, and the promo, the promo adverts to things for albums. Again, you've seen a lot of that in the reissues that they've brought out. The limited edition deluxe reissues. You see a lot of that in there. So yeah, there might be a little bit of replication. There might be a little bit of crossover. Again, members of the band do, Ian Anderson, etc., are quoted in here, as well as other luminaries of the ilk. So yeah, if you're a super duper fan of Jethro Tull and Ian Anderson, etc., do find yourself a copy of Legend, or ask for it for Christmas. If there's a link, I'll have to find it. Again, I know nothing. I will put a link to said book, and then it looks like I've upheld my end of the bargain to deserve a copy of this. Mind you, if I need the door propped open, could be useful for that. I'm joking. I'd never use a book for that. Get one of the kids to lay down and do it. I'm joking. Just playing with you, just toying with you. But yeah, I mean, I can safely say it is a book. But yeah, it's not for the likes of me because I'm common. I'm a Genesis fan, And you know the rule: you can't be a Genesis fan and a Jethro Tull fan at the same time. It doesn't work. It's like oil and water, isn't it? It's like oil and water, just doesn't mix. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will put a linky. I'll go off now and find a linky where you can order your own copy. Maybe it's on Amazon. I don't know. I doubt it. I reckon he's selling them out at the back of his out in his shed. I reckon. And I will find a linky, and then maybe you can, I don't know, get it for Christmas, because it's kind of, mind you, if you watch this in July, it's going to look really dumb. I did this in November 2022. All right. So if you're watching this in your Bermuda shorts, sipping a long cool drink in the garden in the sun, wearing your shades, and he's going, what's he going on about Christmas for? It'll come round, trust me. So yeah, Jethro Tull, in their own, sorry, not in their own words, that was another book. I'm sure that was a book. Lend me your ears, lend me your ears. Look, I can get Ian Anderson to dance across the screen. Thank you for watching. This has been me talking about lend your ears to Jethro Tull, a fan history by Richard Houghton, and it's weighty. You could really do some damage with that. Listen. And that's the review. Buy a copy now.